I'm putting Sway on the big screen. What was that, Sway?
We get to the $200 donation marker. I will donate a set of gear to Zach Ralph to be worn at an IWS show in the near future.
Hell yeah, you gotta wear it in the crowd every single show for life.
And you have to carry 2 belts.
Yeah, and you have to marry your mother-in-law.
Sway, I don't think you understand how much shorter I am than you.
I never said it was going to be my gear.
Yeah.
Well, if he fits it, I have a set of tights that was made for a member of Diamond Mine that was never sent out. And I would happily give them to him.
I'm sold on this. So super chats, come on in. Let's raise a little money for Médecins Sans Frontières. And if you want to see me as the fool who's wearing wrestling gear in the crowd at IWS in perpetuity, that's very much on the table here on.
Let's go! Wait! Now I gotta go get it. Wait.
Here we go. Here we
Let's go! Let's go!
Rye Sullivan, thank you. All right, we're good?
Whatever you want, buddy.
IWS 25 UnFnSanctioned. Zach Ralph here.
Hey, it's Lawrence here with Love Wrestling. This is Mike indeed.
Here with former IWS Women's Champion, Melanie Havok.
And I am, of course, right next to EFFY himself, the legend.
Sway Archer. Sway, how you doing, man?
I'm incredibly tired, as I always am. I work a lot.
And I'm here with Erica.
Am I a legend now?
Absolute legend.
Okay, I'll take it.
Junior Benito. Sugar Shane Pinto, hottest pro wrestling manager in the game today.
I am Tyler Knox.
I'm Bray Del Russo.
And we are Elevation.
I'm talking to Adam B.
How you doing, EFFY?
I'm very good. I sometimes am going so forward motion that I don't realize what exciting things I get to be a part of. And I walked in here today and I realized pretty big, awesome show tonight.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy show tonight. Pretty packed out show tonight in Montreal.
You've been around IWS for a while and seen a lot of stuff. So what does it mean to be here, taking part in the 25th anniversary and just being here and like feeling the vibe and the atmosphere?
The vibe and the atmosphere is a lot more different than I thought it would be than a regular IWS show. It feels like there's a lot more on the line. It just feels more important. It feels bigger than ever. Like it really is. Like if you're gonna have an anniversary show, it should feel this grandiose, and it really is. I mean, if you look at the stage behind us, people give indie wrestling shit for being like church basement, low budget. Like low budget, my ass. Look at this, Like Montreal is just a wrestling city. They come out for stuff like this. We saw it with Elimination Chamber. We're seeing it here with our locals. There's a very special, magical je ne sais quoi that Montreal has when it comes to wrestling.
Have you heard of IWS before you started working here, and what has it been like working here?
Yeah, of course. I think people would probably be surprised to know I pay a lot of attention to wrestling. Mm-hmm. I think there's a bit of a lackadaisical nature to the EFFY character sometimes, but I'm paying attention to everything. So I have my eye on stuff, and you never know where wrestling's going to take you. So I wasn't going in with the expectation of like, I'm going to end up working there. Not that I wouldn't want to, but you kind of get surprises along the way where you find out, oh shit, now I get to be a part of this crazy legacy here, and people are going to come see EFFY at IWS. That's wild to me.
Does it feel like being here this far deep, this far into the run?
Well, it's crazy, man. I mean, like, I originally I discovered IWS back when I was like a teenager. It's like 2003, 2004. And just seeing from where it went to the early days of like Kevin Steen, El Generico, and stuff like that, and like see how far it's grown to like actually be a part of that. Like they've done some pretty incredible things, not just within Montreal, within like Canadian wrestling in general and stuff like that. And like they've definitely built themselves a legacy and like something that definitely a lot more people should definitely take notice of how innovative and groundbreaking IWS was. Not just for wrestling in Montreal, not just wrestling in Canada, but like wrestling independently in North America, like all over.
Well, you had a big match, big ladder match coming up. Sadly, McRae couldn't be here. You were the IWS Tag Team Champions. How are you feeling? How's McRae feeling first? How are you feeling about your title run that sadly came to an end a little earlier than you thought it would?
Yeah, it definitely ended earlier than I expected it to, but what's more important is McRae's safety, and he's resting. He's already feeling better. He's out of the sling, doing rehab, doing what he needs to do. So I'm glad, but also I'm kind of glad I don't get to be in a ladder match. If I'm being completely real with you, but yeah, because ladders, they hurt.
Yeah,
they hurt.
For the long-term health, it's better.
There might be a lapse in my IWS history here, but I know you as a commentator here.
Yep.
And you're introducing yourself as a manager. What's going on here?
So Sugar Shane Pinto wears many hats. I've done commentary for IWS. Maybe one day I'll be the hottest pro wrestling manager in IWS. We'll never know. That is soon to be seen. But Sugar Shane is the guy outside of the ring, behind the scenes, that is taking care of the business, while the boys here take care of the action.
Yeah, exactly. This guy is going to be everywhere very soon.
Oh, you're too kind.
This guy's he's even in my dreams. I dream about this guy. He does everything for me. Like best manager ever.
That's what best friends do. That's what best friends do. We dream about each other.
How is it going into a scramble match with so many competitors who also have the same eye on the same prize?
It's an interesting game plan because you got a lot of people, so it can't be just any type of match where you focus on one person. You got 5 other people to focus on. So there's a lot of competitors that are challenging as well. Marcus Mathers, to name a few, Giordano as well. Oh, but yeah, it's going to be a good one for sure.
What is the strategy going in for Team GCW? What are you expecting from IWS?
Last time I was in a tag match, me and Ali versus Lufisto, legend, and PCB Crazy Manny, legend. And it was very painful and very bloody and very intense. And they love Manny and Lufisto here. And so I'm kind of not expecting a normal EFFY reaction today. Usually people are really, really into it. But I think that we may be coming in as the enemy on enemy territory with Team GCW. But I think it's going to be a crazy match. You have the bad boy Joey Janela. You have Master of Deathmatch Jimmy Lloyd. You have my crazy sister Alley Catch. And of course, the IWS team full of a bunch of legends. I'm very much so looking forward to getting in the ring with Sexy Eddie.
Talk a little about following the career of the Triple X Express.
Oh, Sexy Eddie, a lot of people, they point to Sexy Eddie as the guy that helped open a lot of doors for guys like Steen, like Generico, and for anybody to want to come out of Quebec to make it in the United States. Like, we've all seen the viral clip of like the forearm bleeding, shooting the blood into the mouth and that. Like, Sexy Eddie, I feel that, as years have gone by, has definitely been one of those guys that a lot of people should, pay a lot more respect to, and definitely have more knowledge of his legacy besides just that. I mean, there's so much more he did besides just drinking his own blood and doing the crazy shenanigans and stuff like that. Like, the guy's been around for multiple decades and he's still going. So he's definitely a guy that I feel like a lot of wrestlers should pick his brain about how to be a character, how to work, and how to create a brand and branch themselves out there. Right?
I've not gotten to get in the ring with Green Phantom. One of the members of Tabernacle team, I believe it's Matthew St. John.
Yeah.
He's going to be here in the match. His tag partner is still out with injury, but we've gotten to be in the ring together before. And of course, PCB Manny, who is a fucking psycho, pardon my French. There's no way it's not going to be one of the craziest matches you've ever seen. And I think the fact that it's now on Fight TV and people can watch this live, that global reach is incredible. Yeah, Montreal's going to love it, but the rest of the world gets to watch too as it happens.
If you win, you're going to face possibly Matt Viviani, who has declared himself the Prime Minister of the IWS. You're looking to unseat him.
You see, I'd love to, but honestly, if I win the title, I wouldn't want to be known as Prime Minister. I'd like to just be the Canadian champion, not just the Prime Minister of the whole country. But hey, that's for someone else's job to do. You know, that's not mine.
You and current champion, Canadian champion, and Prime Minister of the IWS, Matt Viviani, have been kind of butting heads over political policy. Do you think you can capture the gold and become the new Prime Minister of the IWS?
No one from Quebec should ever be Prime Minister of anything.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
That's how I feel about that. But yeah, you know, I think that whoever wins the Canadian Championship off of Matt Viviani should be somebody who does better for it in the future. Somebody who travels more around Canada, which I have pledged to do, and also to represent us on a world stage. Go to the US, go to Japan, go to the UK, get out of this area and represent us well.
What are you most looking forward to seeing here tonight, Adam?
Just everything, man. Like, you know, just especially now, like, you know, I'm really enjoying this new intake of students from IWS, like the dojo and that. So seeing a lot of talent, like, you know, Kristara and Alex Mays, people like that who are like, you know, starting from ground up, working and like making their names and that, right?
With the future of IWS, do you have your eye on any other teams, anyone that you've seen so far that you're like, I would like to get in the ring with them in the future?
You know, we had Alex Mays on a Big Day Brunch.
Yeah.
And I've been watching Sweet Pea and Alex Mays kind of run the tag division here.
Yeah.
And I think it would be a pretty crazy match to have Amazingly Sweet versus Bussy.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes I play the role of like, I'm the father, I book you, come to the brunch. But when I actually get in the ring with you, you find out that it can be a bigger challenge than just getting my attention to get booked, to actually fight through me and defeat me. So I'd like to see if they could reach up to that level of psychosis and take out Bussy. Because once you're inside Bussy, it's hard to leave.
Nice. Once you got your foot in the door with the IWS, what are some of your favorite memories, like being in an IWS ring?
Oh man, the first time I was here was really, really nice because on like a grade 11 school trip or something like that. They do this thing where they bring all these 16 and 17-year-olds out to Montreal and they let them go out and party and stuff like that, even though none of us could even legally drink regardless of the difference in drinking age. But we ended up here for like a kids club night, so we could feel what it was like to be in a club with absolutely no alcohol. So I came here as a kid, so to be able to perform here was really, really cool. The first time I was here, it was a winter show. I want to say winter in 2021 or 2022. I have to look back. My memory's terrible, so.
In IWS's storied history, like you've been a significant part of the last few years.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, what are some of your favorite memories here?
When I won the women's title against Kristara, Vida Scott, and Ruby Soul, it was here, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, that was my best memory with IWS.
25 years into the IWS, 25 more and beyond to go. Any kind words for the promotion as they celebrate this milestone?
I'm very happy to be here. A big day, big show, and a big debut.
I was going to say, this is a debut for you, is it not?
Debut.
Marvelous, marvelous.
Yeah, very excited.
Honestly, this is surreal to me because the people who have come through IWS, whether it's big names or people who are just IWS mainstays, they've paved a way for us. And it is a privilege for us to be able to walk through that path and keep carving forward and make history.
Suffice to say, we're amongst a very privileged group. Today is the beginning of a very, hopefully, promising future, and hopefully we can just do the predecessors that have paved the way for IWS justice here tonight.
I'm incredibly happy to be here because this is one of the places that I feel has given me opportunities that I was waiting for and hoping for and working towards. IWS was one of the first places to give me those opportunities, so I'm very grateful to be here. I appreciate a place that puts so much effort into production value as IWS does, a place that takes the look of wrestling seriously, because after all, that's what I care about. I've always cared about how wrestling looks and how it comes off to the average person who may not be a fan of us, and I think that IWS is a great representation of that.
Oh, well, I am really grateful for the IWS to just give me all of these opportunities, and I just wish the best for many, 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 many years.
What do you hope for the next 25 years for the IWS?
Respect the previous 25 and have bigger moments, bigger shows, and, of course, have elevation on the show.
More innovation, more path paving, and more fucking violence.
I smell like shit.
Oh, it's all good.